Assalamu alaikum, my fellow friends and toasters. We'll be making biryani today. So I'm just starting off by measuring 4 cups of basmati rice. I washed the rice in cold water and set it aside to soak. So I've just gathered all my ingredients. I have tomato, lemon, cilantro, mint, onion, and garlic. So here I'm just chopping and dicing up all the ingredients for this recipe. So I actually find the tomatoes are completely optional. I just love the flavor of it, but you can definitely choose to omit it. So I just want to add that the number of tomatoes and onions is just a base guide. The more you cook this recipe, you'll gauge how much you need, but there's no set amount. Like for example, right now I was a little short on onions, so I'm just using what I had, but it's not going to make too much of a difference to the final outcome. I just like to say don't get stressed out over having the exact amount and quantification, because the beauty of this recipe is once everything is in the Instant Pot all jumbled together, it's going to taste great. Whenever I'm cooking, I like to have a plate or bowl around to catch all the scraps, and that way when I'm done I could put everything into the compost at the end instead of running back and forth the entire time. I also like to clean up as I'm cooking. This will save me time at the very end. I finished dicing up the tomatoes, chopping up the cilantro and mint leaves. So now I'm just chopping up the onions, lemon, and garlic cloves. Now, my friends, it's a fun part. And by the fun part, I mean not so fun at all, because I'm just chopping up the chicken leg quarters in half. I'm also putting in slits all across the chicken. This will just help the spices marinate thoroughly. Next, I'm going to make a yogurt and tandoori masala mixture. So I'm just taking 1.5 cups of plain yogurt and adding some tandoori masala to it to create this mixture. I'm going to completely coat the chicken with this mixture. Next, I'm going to add all the spices and completely rub it into the chicken. So here I have salt, chili powder, crushed chili flakes, turmeric, cumin, and garam masala. Now I'm just going to place half of the chopped onions directly onto the chicken. The other half we're going to save for later when we're about to cook the chicken. I'm also going to squeeze in juice of half of a lemon. Now just massage in everything thoroughly to ensure the chicken is thoroughly coated with all the spices. Now I'm just adding in the chopped tomatoes, garlic, and cilantro and mint leaves. So I'm just going to take this mixture, cover it with cling wrap, and put it in the fridge for about an hour. The longer it rests, the better the taste. You could actually leave it in the fridge overnight. Just sprinkle a couple teaspoons of vinegar. Next, I'm just going to turn my Instant Pot onto saute mode. I have a couple tablespoons of olive oil. I'm going to let that warm up, and once it's warmed up, I'm going to throw in my spices. Again, this is all optional, so I have some cloves, cardamom seeds that I've all just roasted there for extra flavor. I'm just cooking the onions until translucent. Now you can just cancel the saute mode on the Instant Pot. Here I've just taken out the chicken that was marinating in the fridge for about an hour, and I've just placed it in the Instant Pot directly. To this, I'm going to add about half a cup of water. Okay, so we're going to do this in 2 steps. First, we're going to cook the chicken because the chicken needs more time. So place the lid on. I'm turning it to pressure cook, or should say I've hit the pressure cook button, turning the knob to sealing to ensure that the pressure builds up. And I've actually put it to 35 minutes because I like my chicken extra well done. However, I've tried it with much less time with similar results, and I've got about very tender chicken at about 6 to 10 minutes, depending on how much chicken you have. I've just sprinkled in about a tablespoon or so of tandoori masala, and this is just more for additional flavoring and mostly for coloring of the rice. So additionally, you could use saffron, but I didn't have saffron on hand to color the rice. So I'm actually cheating a little bit and using some food coloring and some tandoori masala, and that will give it the yellow, reddish, orangish hue. You'll see here it's been 4 minutes since the rice has been finished cooking. Let out the steam. So once I've done that, you'll see here the chicken is so tender, it's just falling off the bone.